Hello, it's Anisha, and welcome to another episode of Magical Minds with Anisha Johal. I'll be spreading the magic by bringing you a series of inspirational interviews with some very magical minds to educate, empower, and encourage your magical mind. In this episode, I'm joined by Jasleen Bhamber, who's an aspiring footballer who is breaking barriers and smashing stereotypes within the South Asian community. Jasleen, welcome to Magical Minds.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, it's so lovely to have you here today. And why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Jasleen. I'm 12-year-old in year 8 and I love playing football. I'm currently playing for a club called Buckerstill Under 13 Lionesses. I play as a winger and a striker and I really enjoy it.
That is incredible. It's great to see you at such a young age going out there in the world and pursuing your passions and actually, doing something that kind of inspires everybody else. So it will be great to kind of hear a lot more about your football journey. So what was the magical moment that inspired you to start playing football?
At a young age, around 5 or 7, the magical moment that inspired me to play football was when I used to go to my brother's football training and I used to stand on the side kicking a ball around. And one day the coach asked me if I'd like to get involved. I said yes because I found it really interesting. And I scored my first goal and I knew football would be for me and I loved it.
Oh, wow. That is a lovely story. That's amazing how you had that love for it straight away. And can you tell us a little bit more about your journey? How old were you when you first started and what kind of things have you been doing in the past few years in relation to football?
I started when I was around 5 or 6 and I kept going training every single week. Fridays with my football club, Saturdays with a personal coach, Mondays with another training club, and Sundays with matches. And I kept training in the garden to make sure I got better and better each day.
Wow, that is a lot of training and a lot of dedication that takes. Wow. So what is the main magical memory that you have of playing football so far?
So the main memory I have of playing football was when me and my football club participated in a tournament. But in the first 3 minutes, we sadly gave away a penalty, but we didn't let our heads drop and show determination. We all played together as a team and we won the tournament by scoring 2 more goals and lifted the cup, which I was extremely proud of.
Oh, wow, that does sound like a very proud moment. Wow, what a victory. So why don't you tell me a little bit more about your club and how long you've been part of it for?
So I joined my club about a few months after I started playing football, and I've been there since. And I've played games with them. We've won a bunch, and we participated in a lot of things, and I've really enjoyed it.
That's great. I think the main thing is if you enjoy it, then, it doesn't feel kind of, as much hard work if you're having fun.
Yeah.
So within your football team then, are there many females who play football?
Yeah, my club is an all-girls team, but there's some boys team in it as well. But I never really see any like other Asian girls in the team though. So that's what I'm like trying to promote throughout football, help Asian girls start playing football.
And that's what I love about your social media page as well, how you're showcasing your journey, because like you said, especially in the South Asian community, it's not kind of the norm for girls to be pursuing sports at the level that you are. And, that's something that really needs to be changed. And to see you having that passion and then taking it further through your social media to show other people that they can pursue their hobbies and their dreams is great. Have you faced any barriers, do you think, as a South Asian female when it comes to pursuing football?
Sometimes it might be difficult, like going to clubs because I'll be the only Asian person there in trousers, or sometimes, yeah, it'll be a bit difficult with things like that.
And how do you overcome those difficulties and those challenges that you faced?
I just always keep working hard and look up and don't keep trying.
Yeah, that's a great ethos to have, because I think it could feel maybe quite isolating and lonely when you're the only Asian female, but to see, that kind of not affecting you or bothering you and, you're persevering and carrying on is a really good trait and quality to have.
Thank you.
So what inspires you to keep going and playing football when when you don't see many South Asian females doing that?
I thought maybe I can change the fact that there's not many South Asian girls playing. So if I tried, I can inspire more and it'll like create a better community for us girls playing football.
Definitely. I think you're already well on your way to doing that with everything that you're doing on your social media. And it's great that you want to inspire other people as well. That's such a selfless thing to do.
Thank you.
So, have you played football with any South Asian females, or is that something that you're yet to do?
I've a few South Asian girls have joined my club. One's currently in it, but I don't think one's enough. And one was in it, but she left. And I've met up with a few South Asian girl footballers to like promote it with them, as you can see on my social media if you scroll through. And yeah,
Definitely. Well, it's good to see that there are some more kind of joining, but like you said, it's still we still need more, and hopefully your journey and story will inspire more. So, what about your future with football? Do you see it as a hobby? Would you like to kind of pursue it as a career? What's your
yeah.
kind of future goals?
I want to try and make it a career, like play football professionally, try promote it, and do these type of things. As I find it very fun, and I find that I might be able to make a career out of it. Yeah.
I love how you're dreaming big. Definitely, it's great that you have those high aspirations.
Thank you.
So I've seen on your page as well that you are also into art. So you do loads of kind of arty kind of craft projects. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about that side of you?
I started art like at a young age as well, and I really like doing doodle art. So I might like draw a bunch of shoes or monsters and use bright, vibrant colors in them. I also came up with a name. Me and my family came up with a name called Be Happy, Be Positive, which can also be inspirational to people. And I add that in my art because the bright bold colors will go with that well, and it keeps showing like be happy all the time and be positive all the time.
That's great. I love how you're adding affirmations into your work. They're very powerful, and that's great. So were you always kind of into art? Was that more of a hobby for you?
I think it's a bit more of a hobby, but I can still like maybe make a clothing brand out of it because that's what I'm currently trying to do as well.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah,
A very talented and busy girl. School, football, art, and want to make a clothing brand. That is super inspirational to hear about.
thank you.
It's also great that you're kind of creative as well as your football, and it's amazing that you're keeping your doors open and trying loads of different things, because I think as you're growing up, that's really important. Like, don't say no to something until you've kind of tried it and experienced it, and it's great that you're taking all these opportunities.
Yeah.
So what about your school? Do you play football with your school? Have you played any matches, or do you just play with your club?
There is a school football team for both boys and girls, but the boys one is like after school for an hour. But sadly, the girls one is only half an hour before school, so it can be really hard to go to the training because you have to wake up early, and it's a bit more unfair that the girls don't have the same opportunity as the boys in our school.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with you there. But it's great that you're still kind of pursuing this outside of school as well and not letting that kind of limit you.
Yeah.
So what does your kind of training schedule look like at the moment? How do you balance school with your football side?
So I try to balance mainly schoolwork and art and training at home throughout Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I have enough time for all of those things. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I have training Friday, training Saturday, and then a match on Sunday. So I can fit everything in time and have extra time to do work, school as well.
Yeah. Sounds like you're very super organized and are on top of everything, which is amazing.
Thank you.
So, what piece of advice would you give to all the magical minds, particularly the mini magical minds, so children your age watching this episode?
The advice I would give to all the magical and mini minds would be to always follow your dreams and never give up. If you enjoy what you're doing and you have a clear vision of it, nothing is impossible as long as you keep working hard. And it's even better if you have a supportive family behind you and helping you in your dreams, like I do, because it's really helping me.
Amazing. I love what you said there. And I think you're a prime example of actually following your passions and your hobbies and making a success out of it, but taking it that step further because you're actually showcasing your journey and helping other young girls who want to get into football. And what I loved was about how your family support you. So, how important has it been to you that you have a supportive family background, especially when it isn't kind of the norm for South Asian females to pursue football?
My family always has time to take me places like training and can always put in the time to help me with anything. So having one is good because it can just help you further and further in your career or hobbies.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree with that. Super important. So, Jasleen, how can viewers be part of the magic that you're making?
Views can be part of the magic I'm making by following me on my Instagram, which I'm always uploading on, and uploading videos of my training sessions and journeys through football to help other people follow their journeys. My Instagram handle is @jazzy.k.b, where you can also search my YouTube channel, which is jazzy.k.b, where I upload shorter videos.
Great. Thank you for sharing your YouTube and Instagram handles. And any of you guys are listening, definitely check them out. Jasleen's content is amazing. It's super empowering. And especially if you know young South Asian females who are interested in sports, definitely share her page. So, Jasleen, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Magical Minds.
Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. So that was this week's inspirational interview with Jasleen Bhamber. Stay tuned for another Magical Minds with Anisha Johal show coming soon. But for now, enjoy making magical moments with your magical mind.